Hey guys, AK-47 Master here, back with some more Chrono Trigger. And on this episode, we are finally in the final chapter of the game, the Fated Hour. And now we can do all the side quests I've been mentioning about throughout the Let's Play. So, all went well. No, don't thank me, I merely placed a piece upon the board. It was not my hand that moved it. If you would thank someone, thank the ones who cared enough to see their friend return to them. By the way, the Wings of Time have come looking for you. They seem to have a heart and mind all their own. You wish to find Lavos, correct? Many paths lie before you. You might choose to leap into that bucket or fly the Wings of Time to the day of Lavos. Or there is the Black Omen, which now straddles time, seeking to summon Lavos yet again. Such folly. Lusting so greedily after power that the power wields you. It is up to you to decide where and when you will fight Lavos. However, do not think that you stand alone. I had glimpses about vague of events, people, and places that will empower you. A forest brought back to life by the sheer determination of a woman in the Middle Ages. The fortress of one of Magus's 3 former generals in the Middle Ages. A task to be done in the future in a birthplace of machines. A prehistoric stone that will shine with the light of all the ages of the world. The rest of the spirit of a proud knight slain by Magus in the Middle Ages and lingering even in the present. An object of legend in the Middle Ages that sparkles like a rainbow. Speak to your companions. Some among you may know well the figures behind the events which I have seen. Borrow the might of all these lives throughout the ages. Let their strength become your own, for only then you can hope to defeat the enemy you face. Such is the power required. Should you wish to change the future, I will remain here and bear witness to this world's fate. Okay. So I'm going to take Chris into my party, and you're going to see why in a minute. And we are going to make our first stop in the present. So now I can finally do all the side quests that I want to do. There's about 7 or 8 side quests. There's also some little stuff that I consider to be side quest stuff. And the first place I'm going to go to is the present, 1000 AD. And yes, even the Black Omen is even here in the present. So we're going to stop at Midia Village. More clearly, we're going to go to the Forest Ruins, because we want to get an item here. We can get a mid-ether, but what we came here for is to use our pendant. The seal is broken. I will give you a treasure crafted by the ruler of reason himself. To your right is a weapon which will enhance your strength. To your left is protective gear which will guard your life. Think well and choose whichever you need most. 1300 years was a very long time, Bethlastar. I go to you now. So, kind of as a gift from Bethlastar, you can choose either one. I'm going to pick the right one, the offensive weapon, which is Swallow, which is a weapon for Chrono. So that's why I wanted to put him in the party. Okay, so I don't really care much for the protective weapon, because there's better armor than the protective weapon they give you. I just prefer to take that thing for Chrono. Anyways, we also want to make a stop at Truth Inn, because of course we can now use the pendant to its full potential. Well, we've been able to, it's just that we haven't really had the chance to use it very much. So we're going to go up to Truth Inn. I believe this is the hotel we could use it in. Yep, we could get an item right here. Box has been handed down for generations, and now we can activate it. So we got a blue vest. So I believe a blue vest, much like a ruby vest, protects against water, much like how a ruby vest protects against fire. So there we go, we got that, pretty nice. And now we are going to head to the Middle Ages to do the first side quest, which is the Sunken Desert side quest. This has to do with whether or not you used the Mystic Seed and you gave it to that woman in the Kingdom of Zeal. Now you can still give it to her if she'll be in the surviving village. She'll still be there. So if you have the seed, you didn't burn it, you can still give it to her. Anyways, here's Fiona. My husband Marco is finally home from the war, and I'm so relieved. Worry not, my love. We won't be parted again. Okay. So we're gonna go to the desert and investigate. You want to make sure you have someone who can use water techniques. I have Magus, you could use Marl, you could use Frog. You have a number of options. So you could pretty much use whoever you want that knows a water technique. You're just going to want to make sure that you do have someone who could use water. And you're going to see why, because for the boss for this area, you're going to need water. Much like how with Nizbel, you need to use water. You'll see what I mean. Anyways, we got a couple of battles here, so I'm just going to kind of skip them over. See you guys in a little bit after I pretty much do all the battles. Okay. Okay guys, I did all the battles I'm pretty much going to need to do to get through this place. I'm quickly going to heal Magus though. Again, and for just a little bit of time, he's going to have a little bit less health than everyone else. I mean, he's still in the 600s, meanwhile someone like Chrono is in the 900s already. Jeez. Alright, I also switch over to Marl because we don't really use her that much, and I want to give her some screen time, you know. Also right here, the blue vest absorbs 50% of water damage. Pretty nice, pretty useful. Okay. Barrier ring, how useful is that? No, that's pretty useful. Yeah, I could take 95 or 7 extra magic defense points while taking away 1 speed point. Anyways, Marl's face. So that's the monster that killed all the trees. Plagism creature. I couldn't read that for some reason. And crap, I was hoping I could collect all the items from this place before having to fight this boss. Anyways, this is Melfix, the boss of the Sunken Desert. And you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you guys why you're gonna want to have someone with a water-based attack. That's because this guy pretty much acts a lot like Nizbel, in the sense that using water attacks will lower his defense, which will give you a chance to hit him where it hurts pretty much. Now he has 2 body parts that have health, HP, his legs and his head. And I usually tend to go for the head most of the time. It's usually where I try to target. And much like Nizbel, his defense will quickly start to rise back up as you attack him. So pretty much you want to have someone who's going to use water-based attacks to keep his defense low. Alright. Use Frenzy on him. Frenzy should do a good bit of damage. So yeah, pretty much. I'm very excited now for the next couple of episodes of Chrono Trigger, because we're going to have pretty much a new side quest to do every single episode. Pretty much, I mean, and they're all different, which I like. I know they're side stories, they're not really part of the main story, but they're still very interesting, and they're all, you know, varietized. They all have their own little backstory. Basically, a lot of the side quests are going to be backstory of our party members. So we're going to be able to learn a bit more about them, their background, and, you know, the people that actually knew them, which is, I think that's really cool. Now for this side quest in general, this isn't really, you know, targeted towards any specific party member we have. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of for all of us. Kind of affects all of us in a way. But yeah. Alright. So I'm pretty sure if you keep on attacking the head, that should take him down overall. I'm not sure if you take out the head that he will actually resort to that that spider-like form he was in before we actually started battling him. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna use a high ether, so I want to use Frenzy. Okay. At this point, I'm pretty much just waiting for the gauges to go back up. And there we go, Frenzy. And now he's starting to suck up our HP now. I want to make sure Moral has a good bit of HP too. Of course, I'm utilizing her as mainly a support, which is usually what I do. I mean, I've already mentioned this to you guys plenty of times. Use her as a support. She's very good in that aspect. Not the greatest attacker though, really not. I mean, I'd leave that job to Magus and Chrono any day over Michi. Over Moral, I mean, but, you know, you get the idea. Another Frenzy. With each Frenzy, I'm doing like 1200 damage, and yep, the legs still survive. Kinda humorous. I don't know. Let me use Cure on Magus. He's kind of half and half on HP, but he could use a good boost for now. And pretty much now we just have to worry about the legs of Melfix, and that should be it. Didn't do a whole lot of damage to it because I was focusing on the head or the top part of his body, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to put a lot of focus into this part now. Use another Ice Tube because his defense is quickly rising back up, as you can see. But yeah, I can't believe this Let's Play is actually almost finished. I mean, it feels like it's only yesterday that I started this Let's Play. I know it's not technically finished yet, but we're getting there. We're getting really close, actually. Because we got the side quest, then we got the Black Omen, which surprisingly enough is considered to be a side quest. I don't consider it to be a side quest. I consider it to be part of the main storyline of the game, because it does have a big effect on the end result of the game. Well, not a huge effect, but it feels like it should be something that is not a side quest and actually is something that is a required part of the game, but it is not. Anyways, that is it for Melfix. We learned Barrier. Humph. So before we actually leave, I want to take all the stuff from these chests, because there's actually a lot of good items here. Muscle Ring. There should be a couple of more chests here. Turbo Ether. And 5,000 gold. Pretty nice. Okay, try to get out of here. And apparently we can't leave. Okay. Before we actually get out of here though, I want to use some lapises. I'm not sure if there's still enemies out there in the other room, because I know I did not take out all of them, so I don't want to get into an unlucky situation where I actually have to take them out. So yeah, so let's try to get back in up there. Hopefully, if we could manage to get up there. What the heck, can I not get up there now? Sorry, I'm not super experienced with this part of the game, so let me try to look around. No, I should be able to get up there. Don't know why the game won't let me. Look at that, the game will not let me get back up there. What the heck? Okay, there we go. Now we're able to get up there. How strange. Oh, wait a minute, before we leave, we can get something. Okay, we got the strength capsule I was trying to get. Okay. So now that we do that, we can go back to Fiona's house, but we're going to do that on the next episode. So on the next episode of Chrono Trigger, guys, we're going to continue the side quest. Thank you for watching. I'm AK-47 Master. I'll see you guys on the next episode.